What's up, YouTubers? So they'll bring another deck for out on the Gurguit Pellinore deck. Uh, I was playing with Gurguit Pure deck, and I found that it's pretty not that fun. All you do is start with Gurguit and unite for a huge power, but there's a problem with the deck. It's that with that amount of power, if you only have 4, you only can YOLO one of them, so it's not that great. I feel like I'd rather have more attack to it, so that's why I play Pellinore with it. Pellinore, I mean, tanking Vanguard is this bad part of it, but it's not that bad also. With the extra dry check, and you could, it can prevent you from deck out, I guess, because every time you limit break, you could bounce too. You could also prevent from Kage or anything that pop your board, so which is pretty nice. So let's get on started. Starting Vanguard, still core. Skill is Unite. You could put it into Soul, check top 3, Superior call 1, that unit +2, and then shuffle your deck. Grid 3, we have 4 Gurguit. GB2 is a defensive skill that allows you counter +1, soul +1, check top 4 to choose a unit to guard, put in Guardian and guard. So you look for Perfect Guard usually and nullify your opponent's huge attack. And your opponent, anything that restrict your guarding, you could just go for this and then PG it. Second ability is on strike. Every time you strike, you can counter +1 and check top 4, Superior call 1, +2, and put the rest to the bottom deck. Oh no, not bottom deck, shuffle it. Then moving on, we have 4 Pellinore. Pellinore everyone knows by now, restandard for a new Vanguard on stand, and then second limit break ability is when this attacks, you could choose 2 units and bounce it to the bottom deck, then choose of your other unit and they +5. So you basically have a column attacks, and then you bounce the column back, then give your Vanguard +5 and rear guard +5, so your Vanguard's 15 without boost, and your other rear guard gains 5. Or you could just have if you have a 6-8 booster, the Vanguard becomes 21, which hits numbers, so it's also pretty good. Plus, on stride, if you hit this to the board, after stride attacks with triple drive, and then you go for this, you hit this and you superior ride, you get an additional 2 dry check, so which is pretty nice. Then moving on for grade 2, we play 4 Holy Mage. Key card this deck. This is a card that you call Pellinore out with. This is a main card you need. When it's being boosted, attack Vanguard, you can counter +1 and check top 3 to Superior call 1. So basically, after your Vanguard triple drive, you can add power on this, and then this swings. Then use the skill to get Pellinore out if you have top 3, and then Pellinore could get additional, and you get additional Vanguard swing, which is pretty nice. Then we play 4 Knight of the Fate Sun. Her skill is Unite. You could, at the end of the turn, you could put this into Soul and counter charge 1. This deck counterblast heavy. I don't play the stand trigger anymore, so this need to have before. And then plus it has a resist on it, so your opponent cannot retire it, lock it, whatever, unless they attack it. But usually, at the end of the turn, it goes back. It goes to the Soul anyway, so your opponent cannot target it anyway, unless you saved it for 1 turn. But usually that's basically it. Then we play Pellinore. Pellinore is a Unite +2, so it's 11k attacker. Second ability is on call. When this is called to rear, you can counter +1. Top 3 to call 1 in the same column. Then put the rest to the bottom deck in any order. You hardly use this skill. I mean, this is mostly for ride, and you could just call it with a Unite skill. You hardly go for the second ability because you want to save your counterblast to use Holy Mage and get Pellinore out. Also, you want to save your counterblast for Gurgit's Unite to gain your whole board power. With this deck, you pressure your opponent a lot, so you push your opponent to 5 easily, and you could Gurgit your opponent for game easily, which is really nice. Then moving on for grade 1, we play 4 PG. All Perfect Guard, any kind is fine. You want to use it for Gurgit skill or G Guardian Slimy Flare skill to search it out and then nullify your opponent's attack. That's basically it. Then stride deck, so for strider, just to stride, or you could search out Gurguit, but I mean you could write Pellinore as Vanguard, it's no problem. You could still play it. Then for Jeffrey, For the soul effect, you get a soul charge and draw a card, so pretty good. And by uniting it, so this way you get plus, you can boost, and then you get a free card to your hand, and your opponent cannot kill it with like Kage or stuff, so which make this deck really good. Then two Kogo draw power still needed. This deck doesn't run draw, so you still need this card. I mean, you could bounce it with G Guardian or anything. Yeah, you could bounce it with G Guardian, so 2 is good enough. If not, you could just grade 1. You could ride this if you have it in hand, because this effect only works from deck to card rare. So that's really it. But without drawing it, I mean, you have Jeffrey, so you're still not losing anything. And with Pellinore, extra dry checks, so it's not that bad. Then moving on for triggers, we play 12 crit for the Gurguit soul charge, for victory, for other crit, any. I play 12 crit. Crit your opponent, I mean, with additional dry check, crit's much more better than stands. So that's why I don't run it. That's why the girl, Fate of Sun, is needed, because you need her to countercharge. It's really important. Then for heal trigger, I mean, G Guardian format, 4 is needed. Let me move this back a little. I hope you guys can see this. Then moving on for G Guardian, we have 3 copy of Campbell. It's also a main card of Stride for you to get Pellinore off. You could after this attack hits, you could check top 5 for a card to superior card, and that unit gains 2000. So basically, you call Pellinore and superior ride, which free plus. Then that's mainly for the card. You go into this a lot often early game, because early game your opponent usually don't guard this. If they guard, it's fine. I mean, it's free after all. So if they guard it and they didn't guard, you didn't top 5, didn't hit a Pellinore. If you hit Holy Mage, you could still call it. And Mage with a booster, Mage can do another check to see if you get Pellinore or not. Then we play 2 Gurguit. I play 2. I mean, there's time you could use twice or once. Usually use once you finish your opponent, because you have Pellinore with the heavy pressure of 5 dry check, and that's why usually once is good enough. If not, like if you actually use 3 Campbell, you're still at, or 2, and your opponent's still at 3 or 4. You could go into Playing the Dragon. Combined with Gurgit's skill, it's pretty heavy, pretty good. That's all for the power to hit, because huge power without a crit, your opponent will usually no guard. So that's why you want to push for 5 early game and then Gurguit your opponent. Then 2 Spirit Cross is for the board needed. If you have an empty board, you really need board, you could just go into this counterblast 2 with any amount of. If you have 5 G Zone face up unit, you could superior call 5 from top 5. So it'll give you a free board backup, and basically cleanse up your board, and you could just swing with everything you got. Then we play 1 Exprons. His skill is counterblast 1, soul blast 1, check top 2, superior call 1, put the other one to the bottom deck. So basically just a extra call. It's weaker than Gurguit, I think, because Gurguit is top 4. Well, this is top 2, and also need a soul. That's why I think, but it's okay. It's not that bad. It gives you a consistent unit, because it's on right. Then we play 1 copy of the promo. If you want to let this hit, you can counterblast 1, check top 3 for 2 to call. So you basically, if you have Pellinore, call it out and then call another unit. So that's extra help for Pellinore skill, limit break skill, which not that bad. Then we play 1 Sea Breeze just for the Greylock game. That's basically it for the Sea Breeze. Nothing special to it. Then 2 Reka. 20k shield. I mean, you usually have 2 units on the board, so 20k shield is good. I'm actually taking one out to play extra sword me, because with this deck, you sometimes call heal trigger out. Calling heal trigger out, I mean, you could G Guardian with a heal trigger and then use Slimy skill to bounce the heal trigger back, and then top 5 to call guard with 2, which I only play 2 now. I'm actually playing 3, but I feel like the 20k shield is still good, so that's why right now it's 2-2. So there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this deck, and I will see you guys next time.